Hello everyone! In this video I'm going to tell you about my racing season 2021, more precisely in which championship I'm participating and what are my goals. But before we start with the video, I just want to give you a little explication information about my new YouTube channel. So yes, as you see, I opened a YouTube channel a couple of weeks ago. My goal or the idea of this YouTube channel is to follow my racing season in 2021. I'm just trying to do a documentation or a racing diary about my season. I'm going to do for sure videos about my races, then about my trainings on and off the track. And yes, my ambitions are just to show you behind the scenes from my journey as a racing driver and also what it takes to be a racing driver. And yes, I'm curious where it leads us because it's also a new experience for me. And yes, let's start my first YouTube video.
If you diss me, I can guarantee that you will be safe. Get faded for the things to say. I'll come for your life like I paid you for. Got one thing to say for the haters. I got the juice like Gatorade. Your girl bored, I put a nail in it. When I blow smoke, she inhaling it.
Okay, so let's start with the video. So the last 3 years I always took part in the Italian Championship, Supersport 300 class. We are talking about bikes with a motor between 300 and 400 ccm, depends on the brand, with more or less 52 horsepower. Since last year in the Italian Championship, the bikes are prepped in the same way as in World Championship, because there was a new regulation that we had to assemble the Mectronic kit. So last year wasn't a perfect year. We struggled a lot, especially at the beginning, because we changed team and bike from 2019 to 2020, and yes, due to coronavirus we hadn't a perfect preparation. And yeah, but it's clear we weren't the only one with bad preparation. But till mid-season I closed the gap and I had a few races with the front guys in the front group. But yeah, we couldn't show off our full potential, that's clear. Another big problem was my height with 186 centimeters. It's on such a small bike with not that much power on a Supersport 300 bike. It's a pretty difficult situation because you're always trying to ride in the slipstream because the time changed by seconds, and that's pretty difficult. But that's past. Now we're looking forward to the future now. This year I'm changing bike, team and class. So it's a pretty interesting year for me also. I have to learn a lot of things. And yes, we took the decision to switch to Supersport 600 National Trophy. Maybe some of you know National Trophy and some of you not. And yes, I'm going to explain this short. In the Italian Championship, called Campionato Italiano Velocità, or in short version CIV, there are 5 classes. Superbike, 600, Supersport 300, in which I rode my races till last year, then Moto3 and Pre-Moto3. And the National Trophy, which is organized by Moto Club Spoleto, takes part at the same weekend as the Italian Championship. There are 2 classes in National Trophy. There is National Trophy 1000 and National Trophy 600. If you win the CIV or the National Trophy, you're anyways Italian champion, because the regulations aren't the same. Why do we choose National Trophy and not Supersport 600 CIV? So the level is very high in both classes. There are riders which already took part in European and World Championships. The National Trophy 600 should be or is a bit cheaper than Supersport 600 Italian Championship in CIV. Not that much, but a little bit. That's because the bikes in National Trophy are more based on a stock version of a normal 600 bike. On the other side, the CIV bikes are further developed and more like a World Championship bike. But for World Championship there is another step to take but they're similar but not exactly the same. So we choose National Trophy because it's my first year in 600. I have to learn a lot of things because now I rode 4 years in Supersport 300, and the step from the 300 bike to the 600 is a pretty big step. And yes, I have to learn a lot of things, but I'm only 18 years old, so I have the time to learn those things which I need to go fast after. And yes, if you're asking yourself with what bike I'm going to ride in National Trophy 600 this year, you have to wait a bit because I won't spoil anything. The only thing I can say, it's going to be fire. We'll start training soon in the next few weeks, so there will come interesting videos in the future. I hope you liked that video, and yes, see you next time. Peace.